Love is a beautiful thing, but all you need to do is to get the love in the right places. Where are these places you can get love from? Is true love real? What is your perception of love? Well, while you're trying to answer this question, I welcome you to another episode of the Vibrant Lady Show. Today, I have a minister, I have a professional in the book of love. His name should be in chapter 1 in the studio. And it's going to be, we are going to be dissecting and understanding, learning and relearning what love means. Remember, you are allowed to agree or disagree. But first, you should pay key attention to everything minister, pastor, and what now? Yeah, everything shall. Samuel Dixon.
I'm a human being.
Yeah. and an engineer too. How are you doing?
I'm good. Good to be here.
Yes. Thank you for everything you do for the Vibrant TV show. On a good day, we'll talk about what he does for this show. But for now, let's focus.
We want to talk about love.
Yes. What is your conception about love? Let's start with that.
Okay, so love is self-giving. Love is sacrificial. Love is a choice and a decision. Love for me is nothing like emotion. That's my perception about love.
Well, does giving not involve emotion?
You don't have emotion when you give to a beggar. Okay, yeah, you may have, Sha, but okay, I think there's emotional part of it, but I'm saying that the bigger part of love is a choice, and love does not mean, like you say, one person. They say, why are you loving too many people? For women.
Yes, now, okay. That's why you're narrowing it down to probably the eros love.
Okay, yeah. So that's another thing. I don't even believe in anything called different kinds of love. That's the problem with this podcast.
That's the problem I'm having.
There'll be trouble.
Yes.
Because love is sacrificial and self-giving. So it can be emotional because emotion will be involved, here and there. But I love my sibling. I love my girlfriend.
In quotes,
yes. And I love my mother. I can't have sex with my mother.
Okay.
But I love her.
Yeah.
I will have sex with my wife. And I love her.
Yeah. And
there are sometimes in the relationship with my wife that the brotherly love will come to play. There are sometimes in my relationship with my wife that the spousal love will come to play. Okay. But eros is not love, because you can make love with somebody you don't love.
Wow.
So if you describe love as eros, you're sexualizing love. So that's the problem when people feel like, he loved me for my body, but what were you showing? What did you bring? What did you show the man that was the attraction? It was your body. It was what you were putting out. You have fine breasts, you pump it out, or you have this. So it's the attraction that brought him. So you now called it eros, erotic love. But love is not eros. Love is love. So the thing that changed with love is not that we have types of love, is that love comes with different privileges.
Wow.
So the fact that I married my wife means I can have sex with her. It doesn't change the core of love. Because I married her. I have the phlegmatic love. I have the other love. All those loves are, because God is love, so you cannot be segmenting God. So let me use you for example. Say you're my wife. There are some points where I'm not feeling like having sex with you, but I love you.
Okay.
So there's the brotherly kind of love, sisterly kind of love that will come to place. There are some things I cannot do to you because I love you, not as a wife.
As a human being.
There are some people that have married their wives and killed them because they did not have brotherly love for them. Just because they didn't give them sex, they turned to another thing. You see, that's because that's not love. You cannot separate love. It comes holistic. It comes as one. So we've been able to scatter love with different names.
We have philia, we have agape, we have eros, and there's this other one. Can't remember, but at least I remember 3 of them.
So it's like agape, for example. We say you have agape love. So you're forcing unconditional love in a conditioned world.
Agape is the love you have for your church brother.
That's the thing. So it's too stressful to try to divide love.
Okay.
Because we live in a conditioned world. We live in a world of transaction. If you don't give me, I will not give you. What are you bringing to the table? So we've segmented.
But what are you bringing to the table? But then one major statement we cannot take away when you're talking about love is giving.
Exactly. Love is giving, but love does not expect its own. There's a portion of the Bible that says love does not seek its own, and it's very powerful because a lot of people are needy in love.
Oh, okay, that is one point.
So they are needy in love. So they are loving people based off of how they can supply their needs.
Supply me your needs according to
you So when your needs are not met, you fall out of love.
Oh yeah, when your needs are not met, you fall out of love.
And it's tricky because if it's a physical need, it's easy to know. But what if it's an emotional need? What if it's a need that from childhood you've grown with, and you don't even know? For example, I don't also believe in 5 love languages. Sorry, because
why?
Yes, I don't because I believe that 5 love languages says that everybody has how they want to be loved.
Yes.
But that's from a weakness. For example, if you have your love language as words of affirmation, it means you have a complex issue. You need somebody to tell you that you're beautiful before you know that you're beautiful.
Well, the way that thing comes, it's not really like that. For example, when you hear it from the right person at the right time, it just makes extra sense.
So it should not be something demanded.
Well,
if your esteem is right, why do you demand motivation? So why do you? So for me, my core is the 5 love languages are real. Okay. But everybody needs it at some point in their life at different angles. So it's not like, for example, there are sometimes you just need gifts. But there are sometimes that you don't need. If for example, instead of me staying with you, I keep sending you gifts, at a point you'll be tired when it's done too much. So it's the fact that when you're depressed, you need words of affirmation. So it's not like one person will say, no, my own is word of affirmation. No. If you don't give me word of affirmation, all the gifts you're giving me, and you begin to, because this person is loved, and you should allow people love you based on how they feel like, not forcing them to love you based on how you feel like. That's not love.
But you have to love me the way I like to know.
That's the problem. That is not love.
What is love then?
Love is sacrificial. What are you sacrificing? You're demanding. Love does not demand. That is why people are breaking up every day. What are you giving off? You know that this person is making effort to love you. You should feed your weaknesses. What you're calling love is something that is a weakness in you.
That I need.
Yes, you're being needy in love. But you don't know it until it begins to manifest. You're meeting everybody. You're telling them, love me like this, love me like this. And the person say, but that's not my makeup. That's not. So if you must love, you must put the balance. You must know that it's sacrificial. Okay, somebody comes and gives you gifts, and there's something about your subconscious. You've told yourself for the longest that your love language is words of affirmation. It's now stuck in your head. It's not like a real thing. It's a feeling. It's not reality. So you notice that you're going around looking for people to give you words.
Words of affirmation.
So you're setting up yourself for a breakup that has not happened. Like you're already telling yourself, you don't love me. You don't love me. But the guy said, I'm doing my best.
You're not seeing you. You're not hearing you.
Exactly. I'm giving. And these are, why people need to also have conversations, and especially for love that leads to marriage, because there are lots of people breaking up every day. Marriages scattering every day because people are needy in love.
People get into relationships and marriages based on what they need.
Exactly. So there's no balance. There's no, for someone like me, I'm a bachelor, not because I've not seen good people.
Have you been in love before?
Every day I'm in love.
That's the problem.
I'm in love with you like this.
No, in terms of love with a significant other.
So the way I see love is, I'm going to just choose to be with one person.
Yes. Okay.
And that person will be the person that I will love in a certain way. It's not, my core of love will not change.
Oh, wow.
It's the same love I have for everybody, both my mother, both my father, both the wife I will marry. What will change is the fact that there will be privileges that will make us bonded. there'll be boundaries that will be set. For example, I can't have sex with you because we are not married. Once I get married, it puts boundaries. Every other woman, the value I have for every other woman would reduce or die.
So, in our conversation so far, sex has been mentioned more than 15 times.
Okay.
So is it that I'm sure you're trying to pinpoint, so let me help you. Is it that you're trying to make it clear that most of the times what people consider as love in our settings is usually sex?
Because so the thing is, it's the way it is. Women give off sex in order to get love, but men don't do sex for love. Men do sex for duty
and pleasure.
Yes. So for a woman to give you off of her body, it means she really thinks that you will have to be together. But men don't see it that way. Not all men, they don't want to say undisciplined men, but men don't see it that way. So
what is loving to what a woman sees as love is different from what a man sees as love.
That's I don't want to be too religious about this, but love is love. The way a man sees it, the woman sees love from an emotional perspective. So it's like if I give you water and use bad cup to drink it, it doesn't change that the water was clean. It means the cup was dirty. Yes. So when a woman gets love, it passes through an emotional state and it comes out the other way as something that will need something. But a man passes it through a logical angle and it's a different thing. So that's the thing about the core of love is love. God is love. The core of love is self-giving, is sacrificial. That's why for someone like me, I've had a lot of people that have been good to, and they mistake it that I want to date them, or I want to marry them, but I'm just in love with you.
Now that's the thing. You're in love with people you're not significantly attracted to.
That's the thing. That's love.
So I think it's your use of words. You're saying you're in love. You say I'm in love with you, and I'm doing things for you.
It's just semantics. It's English.
I know, but it's the English that is the problem.
So why will English be the problem?
Because you cannot be telling me you are in love with me, but we are not.
So see the way
we are not.
See the way we put it. Some people say you give them green light, but this green light thing is another problem.
Yes, now
because. You
cannot be showing, you know why it's
a conductor hard. Gave you green light.
Yes.
The other day, you did not accept the green light. All the people that you did not like, they gave you green light. But a guy that is, in your eyes, that is entering your eye, the green light comes very fast.
Yes, now.
And then, so you're the one that took the green light. You didn't give it.
You know why I needed to bring it, because your idea of love is amazing, it's beautiful, but it is not the same that is on the streets of Nigeria or even in Africa as a whole, because you cannot be doing something for a lady you do not want to take something from. I think that's where it comes from. So when you are giving, when you are helping someone out and you're telling this person that I'm just doing it because I love you, and inside that context of I love you, you're not even intending to date the person, it's confusing. Yes, you're giving me gifts, you're taking care of me, and you're telling me you love me. And I know you love me, but you don't mean you want to even date me or have anything.
So what's the problem with that?
No,
as a lady,
no, it's still a problem. But it's the green light you're giving. So it's for people to know that this kind of love exists. There is no strings attached.
Exactly.
It's just your personal.
Exactly. So for me, I think I finally, cut a niche for myself. I just like to see people win.
Yes, I think it's better that way.
Yeah, so I like to see people win. And you cannot take it from what the core of love is,
Is it your own general belief of what love should be, or it is how you think you are?
No, that's what love should be. We cannot say, okay, it's only one person that you get to marry in this grand scheme of things. Even though people say you can marry plenty. Yeah. But even if you can marry plenty, how many is it plenty?
Is it plenty?
We are commanded to love.
And so, the Bible says, "Oh, no man nothing
but love." So we are commanded to love. So it means that, okay, I see you're trying to do stuff, and I have what it takes to help you. But I'll be scared that
I'll fall in love with you.
You get,
and it's not the love that you want.
And leave falling in love. There's nobody falls in love.
Are you saying there's no love at first sight?
See, there can be attraction at first sight, but you can't love at first sight. You can't love without knowledge. If you don't know anybody, you can't. If you don't know their weakness, you don't know what love is.
Wow.
See, the Bible even said this, his strength is made perfect in our weaknesses. There are some things you need to know. If you say, I love you, do you know me? Like, do you know me? There are some people that you might think I'm wonderful, but there are some people that think I'm not.
Okay.
They've related with me to a point where I say, Sir Sammy, this part of you need to work on it. You don't know me. You can't say you love me.
So at what point can you say you love someone?
You need to know the person first. So for me, love is a core, it's a general thing. But before you say this person is somebody I really love, you need to know. See, God gave us, a template because He knows us from our being. Bible says, even sorry, I haven't had Bible.
No,
He said, in that while we were yet sinners,
yes,
Christ died. He knows us. He knows our real space. He knows our real frame.
Okay.
He knows us upside down. He knows us. He knows us. He sees us clearly, but He loves us dearly. That means He sees us as people that can do, but His love supersedes that and still went ahead to love us. So for me, I know that we are humans. We live in a fallen world. Things don't happen to people. Yeah. So it has changed the heart of how people love. But what I'm saying is simple. Love is sacrificial.
Okay, so as a man who is single, who is doing well for himself, how do you manage the fact that you're a natural giver, you're a natural helper? You just said it here, you love to see people succeed. And then you have ladies who they need things from you, and then you help them, and then you don't believe in it, but in quotes, loving and falling in love with you. So how have you been able to handle?
I cannot lie, I've not been able to handle it. I've had some hearts broken because, in quotes, because I didn't know how to manage that part of me. I was just loving, but I forgot that the other people may not be. They may not understand where I was. So I had to do a lot of work to begin to tell them, see, this is not what's in my mind. I'm just here to do one, two, three. Those are the mistakes I've made in the past. So what I finally found out, like my definition of leading on is, they see you as a leader and they want you to tell them where to stop.
That's not what they meant by you're leading them on. That's not the leading
So no. So what
I understand. We understand.
So what I mean is,
you're leading them on based on the fact that they are not used to men. Let me put it in simple terms. They are not used to men gifting them. They're not used to men.
So I've been in this place where there's this time I wanted to travel, and my car was available, and there's this lady that wanted to. I've done a lot of very funny things. I'll give you 2 examples. I was in a car one day, and I was discussing with another friend, and she was saying, there's this our friend who has accommodation issue, and that she's really stranded. She was talking. I heard the girl's name. I went on Facebook, searched her, asked for her number, sent her the money. Today, I met her after 5 years. I told her, this is what happened. I was the one that did it.
And you never?
I was not interested.
I have a problem.
Then there's let me tell you another one. Okay. As this podcast is going on, a lot of people would make you would tell you that this has happened to them. Okay. So there's this one that this one cost me a lot of trouble because it was terrible. So this story.
Please tell it. We need to understand your own kind of love.
At a certain time, I wanted to just give somebody my talent. I felt like I was not using that part of me a lot. So let me just give to somebody. So I got somebody I wanted to give it to. I started teaching the person. So in my course of teaching the person the skill, I heard she said that she needed a car she has like 2 children. She needed a car to be taking her children to school. Her car was bad and very bad. And I was traveling to Abuja to stay for 2 weeks. So the day I was traveling, I now called her and said, sorry, my car will be available. Would you like to use it for the 2 weeks? And all that. By the time I came back, I was in love.
Okay, that one now you believe you were in love?
No, not me. I was not in love. Like the narrative was that I was in love.
Oh, okay.
So it became it became a challenge. It became a big it became a challenge. So, but I did not. It's after 3 years I began to see, okay, okay, so this is this. I don't know how to blame people.
Mm.
I like to just see the journey and see what was my error, what was the mistake, how am I going to adjust. So I didn't think about anything. I'm just human. And I'm not perfect. I have my errors too. So
Why
So I'm
not?
saying that if it's love, I love to love. We have been too careful with loving people. I've had people that have abused privileges.
Yes.
I don't need to change. I don't change because of people. I just adjust.
Yeah.
And you don't need to have too much to love people.
Okay.
You
That's
know?
where I was
So
going
the
to come
challenge
to.
is now loving the opposite sex.
Good.
It's not love. So
Yes.
I had to. I've had.
You would not have a problem showing this kind of love to your
guy,
gender.
and I've never had issues with my guys.
It's usually the opposite sex. And I'm telling you that it's because women in Nigeria, women in Africa are not used to receiving that kind of love. That is not from family. You can't just see a random guy want to pay your rent just like that and then you don't even get to hear from him forever.
So there's this time I was coming from Uyo, and I usually want to carry somebody at the back because I don't want to drive alone.
Okay.
So I carried this copper girl. We were driving to Port Harcourt. We were gisting hot gist, you know. And I wanted to drop her. You know, it was like that kind of thing. She was like, oh, you know, you want? I said, no. I just, you know. So it looks like there's a narrative where if a man does something for you, it's because he needs something.
That is what I'm saying.
But that's not true. That's not true. Most times the women project something.
No, it is what the society has projected, and so they grew up seeing that. So I am telling you that if you continue in this way, except we keep preaching that look, there is somebody can love you and just don't want to even touch you.
Of course.
It's
So
not
there's
easy.
another narrative for someone can love you genuinely and still touch you.
No, that's the usual.
No. It's not. See, so because sex for a man, see, this is going to be controversial. Somebody will judge me, but I don't mind. Sex for a man is not that side of things. So if the man is weak in the side of sex, it doesn't mean that he's loving you because of sex, or he's doing stuff for you because of sex. The man can be genuinely doing stuff for you, blessing you, carrying you out. Sex is not his problem. But one day he may be tempted. His head may just move small. Or maybe you dress a certain way that attracts him in a certain way. In the grand scheme of things, that's not the problem. But the challenge is once it starts, it's hard to end.
So, yeah.
You know. But this is where the lady becomes wise to handle it. Because sometimes we've lost healthy, amazing relationships because of just one mistake. You know, because he touched me. Why will he touch me? He's a bad man. He's not a bad man. He's just a weak man.
Okay, so now with this your nature of loving and helping people is in your nature. It's something that it's not just because it is how it should be. It's also because it's in your nature.
But
it's
how it
also
should
honest.
be.
Yeah, that's how it should be. But the major reason why you're having challenges in this aspect of life is because it's in your nature as well. Not all men are like you now. You accept that one.
Of course, not all men are. You know, people have gone through stuff. See, the truth of our being is that we are all good people.
Yes, definitely.
But the way of our being changes. People have experiences. It's like, people have experiences that have challenged them.
Telling them,
They see things that have challenged them. They hear narratives that have twisted the truth of their being. But the truth of their being is that they are amazing. You know, so that's why I used to tell people, don't fight with people's experiences. If a lady tells you all men cheat, she has dated, bishops have cheated, or pastors, people she has heard at IST. The only way to change that narrative is to give her a new experience. Don't try to say, argue with her, because the core of our being, the truth of our being is amazing. So I see people beyond the way of their being. I don't know how it is with me. I don't see people, I look at them and say, this person is a terrible person. I look at them, check their journey. What informed, this will help you love people beyond actions. Some people judge actions. Some say, Sammy, this person said this thing about you. They worry me.
Okay.
Like some people say some things, even negative things, out of sheer pressure. They don't hate you.
Yeah, actually. Because when they see you in public, regardless of what they've said, they still come with that.
And they even regret it. And some of them is just weakness. Like they just want to say something. It's just a certain weakness. So love is deep. That's what I'm saying. So you love people beyond, the what we see, like the rules and regulations. So there's this trend that I see everywhere about them. If they are not doing it, let them go. There's a lot of shedding off. If your friends are not helping you to accomplish things, different. I see friendships are more like a transaction. There are some people that you will help until you die. They will never help you. That's how life is.
You're just privileged enough to be able to help.
Yeah, so just keep helping. There are some people that God has privileged you to be the one that will be visiting them. Just keep doing your part. And then, this is what I keep telling people. Don't keep doing it, step back and say, but no, you're not doing for me. If you're tired one day, go rest. Just rest, but keep loving. See, there's a place in our heart that, people think that am I loving too much? No, love does not have minus. There's no minus in love. It's just that maybe you're overgiving yourself in order to get something. So, that's when you begin to step back to consider. But if it comes out naturally from you, it's from a wellspring. It is the river that never ends. You're not going to come to a point when you step back to say, I have a friend, I can call him my best friend. Sometimes he steps back to say, Sammy, but you don't visit me like that. I say, me and you, you're not busy like me. I still try to visit you. But you know it that I'm this busy. Do you judge the core of my heart for you? If you have issues, I step in immediately. It's not just because of issues, because this is what life is. This is what life is. I don't even have time for myself. So you judge me based on how I treat myself, because you must love your neighbor as you love yourself. I don't even have time for myself to step that. I'm still loving you even more than I love myself sometimes. So this is what it is, So if we love genuinely, and for the spousal relationship or boyfriend and stuff, I don't know what do you call it, dating.
Okay, you don't used to date.
No, I used to. No. I've had one experience,
Just wait. You've only dated once.
Yes, I've dated just one person in my life.
That's beautiful.
Why?
It's amazing.
I've dated just one person in my life.
It's nice. It's nice. I think a whole lot is going down the drain. Why have you just dated one person?
Because I've dated one person.
Or because
I've dated one person, just one person.
Just one person?
Yes.
What is stopping you from even getting married? Is it that you're not seeing the person you love extra to get committed to, because now you love everybody? No,
that's not the reason. For me, it's about my heart condition. It's not about the people. I've met amazing people. I'm always the problem.
How are you the problem? But you're the one with the loving.
Yes, that's the thing. No, that's it. So I'm the one not always taking things the next level.
Oh.
Because I've had very amazing people. I think I'm blessed with very amazing people.
Okay, so you're confused on who to pick?
No, it's not confusion. It's not confusion. I just think that I'm not. So people see this thing. They say if you are financially strong and you're of age, you're ready to marry.
Yes.
But there's a lot of emotional things I need to fix. For example, my last friendship, I was still yelling. Sometimes I'll stop myself. This is not the man I want to become.
Okay.
I was like, how do I even yell? No, I've never yelled before until I got to that position. No, I would have blamed the other person. I would have said she triggered me to yell. But she exposed to me what I need to work on. So it was important. Not like I yelled every day. But every 3 or 4 times I yelled, I told myself, this is not the man I want to become. So I felt like, you should marry. See, because marriage is not transaction. It's not how much he has. There are billionaires that are still beating their wives.
Wow.
So marriage now is not about age, because there are fools at 40.
40, yeah.
The most important part of marriage is emotional stability. This is actually one thing I learned in my last relationship. I had this big idea. The person was someone that respected me so much, and she was actually a mentee that graduated to, we had a relationship. I had an idea of what I wanted her to be. But this lady is in a journey of her own. You cannot be forcing your idea of who you want to be, of your superior knowledge on her. I think and when they don't take your counsel, you feel somehow, you feel like that you're not listening. Why? So one of the things I even in that relationship, I corrected it. I learned it. I said, see, love them in their journey. Support them in their journey. You're not trying to, love. So, that's the same thing as being needy in love. Sometimes for the men, it's their ego. Is they are looking for somebody that will massage their ego. She listens to me. She's quiet when I talk. She's this. I understand it's perfect, but I agree to. Right now, I don't even want a woman that says yes always to me. I love to have healthy arguments, closed door arguments. We know that this they argue, we cannot fall out of love. We are mature like that. We stay in. Don't bring your own side of the argument. Let's look at it. Let's talk about it. So for me, like I said, in summary of this is that it's an emotional journey for me. It's the fact that I'm intentional, about so I'm married. I'm already almost 40, so I would have married very early. And it's the journey of my own uniqueness. It's the journey of the kind of family I came from. My dad had a weakness that I saw, which was emotional. It almost ruined the whole family. I wouldn't have told that journey of. I used to be a very emotional person. I'm still a bit. You can catch me emotionally. So I knew that would have been the issue. So why people are saying their problem is financial, which is everybody's problem, But some people are not taking time to check it emotionally. So you're seeing divorce matters, and it's just a simple, because the truth is there's no matter in this cosmos world that is irreconcilable. People are just proud, and unwilling to adjust. So I feel like that is in the core of what love is.
Well, and our time is fast spent, and we haven't even done enough. So, but let me just ask you this one more question. So, when people are in relationships, when people are dating, what do you think happens when eventually they break up in quotes, and sometimes they don't even get to talk to themselves again?
So I've never had a relationship that we broke up and I don't talk to the people, because we discuss things. Anybody around me understands love. I put it in you that this is love. It's not the relation. Love is beyond the relationship. Love is beyond marriage. Love is on top of all these things. Love is the top. Marriage and relationship are under love. So you don't put marriage on top of love. If not, there'll be an issue. So every people even if you've had challenges, I find a way to make sure that our children can drink from our recesses of an amazing relationship we had that did not lead to marriage. Because marriage is just a vehicle. There are people in love that are not in marriage. But like I said,
there are people who are married and definitely not in love.
Like I said, remember what I said about love. So there are people in love that are not in marriage, because love is not about marriage.
Okay, yes, love is not about
marriage. Because so you can still do business. Remember what I said too, that marriage comes with privileges. So if I'm in love with a lot of people and I marry one person, it means that person has my time, my attention, my affection. I can't have sex with other people, I can have with her. I love her, the same love, but different privilege. So if you don't see it like that.
So what you're saying is what it should be is the same love for everybody, but maybe different privileges.
That's what it is, because why people get very close. If you see two dogs that grow up together, they have affinity, they will all be working together. They will be close. Two staff that talk together every day, they'll be close. We mistake love with affinity. The fact that we are now close.
But that is not
things we understand. That's not love. No, that's not love. See, it's like me and you have been doing job together. We are sharing information together. We are communicating together. We will be close because communication brings affection, somehow brings attention. So we are not looking at the core of our being. We are not looking at value system. We are not looking at all those things. Bam, let's date. Chemicals are started crisscrossing. Let's date. I'm not putting these things here and there, but I believe that someone should be able to take out something from it.
Well, we hope so. I hope this will not be very confusing for you. But just in case you watch this and you think you don't understand, go back and watch again and just try to understand what he's been trying to say. For as long as I've known you, I've tried to understand this, and this is also what I believe in God. Just you do your part and then drop your thoughts and opinion in the comment section, and we'll definitely come analyzing and dialoguing from there. Until we come your way next week for another explosive edition of The Vibrant Show, ensure that you stay vibrant.